morning and welcome to the video. In today's video, I'm going to take you through absolutely everything I'm eating at the moment to lose body fat. I am 1 week out from a half marathon, 4 weeks out from a photo shoot. So we are getting pretty lean, and I won't lie, I'm not feeling the best this week. Energy, fatigue, hunger. So yeah, that is what it is. But I'm going to take you through absolutely everything I'm eating. Today, the goal is to hit around 2,200 to 2,300 calories, 180 grams of protein, 250 carbs, 55 grams of fat. So I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like, why I'm eating the way I am, and just take you through kind of nearly like a full day in the life as well. So let's go. So I'll pop a physique update in after this from yesterday. So my morning so far, obviously woke up, did the usual morning routine, brushed the teeth, toilet, weighed in. Then we hydrate. We go for a morning walk, get a coffee, do a bit of reading, and then I come back, get my morning supplements and Eve's, and get another coffee, and then I make my way to this seat here to get into some work. So that's the plan now. Do a little bit of work. We'll get breakfast, then go to the gym. We're going to go to the gym early, I think, and from there probably come back, do some more work. So let's get on with the day. Okay, so physique update. This is me yesterday morning at just over 4 weeks out, fasted. I had a nice low weigh-in. I'm actually interested. Comment below what weight you think I am here. I'm always interested to see what people think. But we are, timing-wise, for 4 weeks out, we're in a pretty good position. We can see the lower back is starting to come in, a lot more definition. Keep in mind, I'm fasted completely flat here as well, and I really feel it also. But overall, I think we're looking all right. We're close to our final form. Little leg check here. Legs are holding on. Had to also check to make sure nobody else was coming in the dressing room. But yeah, I think position-wise, we are good. And this is something actually I don't hear people talk about enough, is especially when you're going through a photo shoot process where you're going to get very lean, timing is a huge factor, and it's very, very important. And something that I see a lot of people make a mistake with, especially first time, is two different things. One is they don't get lean enough because you don't realize how much body fat you actually have. But two is sometimes people get too lean too quick. And what happens there is you end up being super lean at like 8 or 9 weeks out, and then you're just going to suffer more. And the thing is, not only that, you'll end up suffering for a lot longer than you need to, and your physique will usually start to deteriorate. So it actually looks worse. Versus when you can time it right, like even for myself, I know now I'm going to have a couple of hard weeks. But again, it's probably only going to be 2 tough weeks, and then I'm going to be resting, recovering, and getting some more food back into the system to fill out and look my best. So there's not that much suffering in the process. Versus, people that get too lean too quick, and they can also end up losing muscle as well, and the physique just doesn't actually look as good, and they suffer, and the rebound can be worse. So it's like a lose-lose. Timing is very, very important. But that is the physique. Let's get to the next part. Meal one, breakfast, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to say I fast in the mornings, because people just get the wrong idea. They think fasting is something it's not. I push out my first meal. Basically, I like to drink coffee and work before I eat. So it's around 10:30 now. Same breakfast as, I can't remember the last time I changed it. 1 whole egg, 200 grams of egg whites, 3 slices of sourdough, half an avocado. Comes out to 630 calories, 44 protein, 68 carb, 18 grams of fat. So a really nice balanced first meal. I like to have my first meal a balanced amount of like macros, so making sure I'm getting in healthy fats, good amount of carbs, good amount of protein. I find I'm a lot more satiated off it. My energy is a lot more stable. I know some people will talk about like having high fat, high protein breakfast, no carbs. I just don't like doing that. Again, sourdough bread, I don't want to not have that in my breakfast. So that's what I will do. Then also, if you want actually a nutrition guide, link in description, get yourself one. Then next, what are we doing? I have to go to the gym now, then we'll be having our next meal after that. So yeah, let's go. Okay, ladies and gents, we've been to the gym. We've had our post-workout meal. A bit late. I had to actually go on a call after the gym first for an hour, and now we are having a coffee before we get back into work. And I won't lie, I am tired today, but it is what it is. Hopefully this is going to power me through the next block of work. So meal 2 was the old reliable oats protein. I actually had to change it around a bit. Only had 60 grams of oats left. Usually would have 75, and usually would have blueberries or banana. None of those left either. It is Friday, all the shopping's gone. So I ended up having like the tropical mixed fruits, which we had in the freezer. But anyway, we have 60 grams of oats, almond milk, 250 almond milk, scoop of protein, 10 grams of chia seeds, 100 grams of tropical mixed fruit. Comes out at 555 calories, 37 grams of protein, 62 carb, 13 grams of fat. So yeah, that is meal 2, lunch, whatever you want to call it. Next is dinner. I'm going to show you how to cook the best spuds in the world. And yeah, one of those days where like that I had to change a few things around. Same with dinner, didn't have some of the carbs that I thought I was going to have, but look, this is life. You make small adjustments, keep going. Gotcha. So I was going to show you how to make the best air fryer potatoes, but Eve is after taking a turn here. If you've ever heard of crispy chapped potatoes, whoa. Crispy chapped potatoes is now what is trying to be made. This is big. We could have to shut down the channel if this doesn't work. Stand by. Dinner, we had 250 grams of chicken, 400 grams of potatoes, and some carrots, tomatoes, a little bit of green veg underneath there somewhere as well. And that came out to 565 calories, 60 grams of protein, 62 carbs, and 8 grams of fat. So another decent meal. And a couple of points. One is you'll see they're not the most aesthetic meals today. I probably should have put more effort into how they're looking, but I also wanted just to be realistic. This is just the way it is. It's also near the end of the week, so a lot of these meals are kind of just thrown together, to be honest. Like even dinner there, that chicken, I batch cooked it yesterday, just added some potatoes. The veg then was literally just a 2-minute job. But that's the reality. A lot of times, again, nutrition isn't, it's about minimal effort, right? How can you make it easy for yourself? And that's just the way I've done it today. And the second thing in, potatoes. Let's talk about potatoes. Possibly one of the best diet foods out there. And for some reason, I say free the spud. Potatoes have got such a bad rap over the years. People are like, I'm eating too many potatoes. No, or I need to cut carbs. What, like, potatoes are one of my go-to foods every time I diet, and especially towards the end of a diet when hunger is high. Sweet potato is my main carb sources. They're the highest food volume, the most satiating. You can cook them so many different ways. Like, that's what I was going to show you today. We did crispy chapped potatoes, whatever that really is. Isn't that just like in a fancy restaurant, just so they can add about €10 onto the dish? They'll call it crispy chapped potatoes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where that even came from. But the best way to cook potatoes, by the way, boil them first. So parboil them, then let them dry. Cut them up, again, cut them like actual fries, and then put them in the air fryer. That's how they get crispy, and they're so good. But the thing is, again, potatoes, you can have them so many days: boiled, mashed, steamed, air fried, chips, whatever you want. There's so many different ways to have them, and honestly, they're my go-to food. So yeah, free the spud. It gets a bad rap. It's discrimination. 3 minutes. Three minutes. I was also one of those people that would have never got into cold water, never even dreamed of it. Now I have an ice bath on my balcony. People can change, you know. If you're someone who actually doesn't do it as well, you're like me, you probably get more benefit from actually doing it. But now it's time to get fully in. Let's go. Hey, I'm becoming a full-time YouTuber. Okay. Giving up that coaching crap. Is that alright with you?
Yeah.
I also love the way you leave the clothes out, which is your polite way of saying put away your fucking clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gents, we have the finale, the final meal of the day. We are looking at an orange, a kiwi, and then the star of the show, which is the Ninja Creamy Protein Ice Cream, which is essentially 350 mils of protein milk, a scoop of whey protein, and then I use a Biscoff biscuit as a mix-in. So that meal in total comes out to 481 calories, 49 protein, 57 carb, and 4 grams of fat. So the Ninja Creamy, I would definitely recommend it. It's one of those things, it is quite expensive. I think it costs about 200 quid. We've had it like 2 years, but literally I use it practically every night. And you get low calorie, high protein ice cream. And it actually does, it's a skill to make them, but it really does taste like ice cream. You know, some of those things that are like protein ice cream, but they just taste like ass. This is actually quite good. There is a few different things. One is if you get one, it's super loud. Like the first time you use it, you'll actually be scared. You'll think something wrong or it's going to break. That's just the way it is. Then next thing is it's not that quick, as in you have to prepare it. So the day before, it's literally scoop of protein, mix it with milk, put it in the freezer for 24 hours. So you can actually, what I do is prep 2 or 3 of them at a time. And then you have to take it out, and then you obviously have to blitz it in the creamy. That takes about 8 minutes, usually about 3 spins, and then mix it in. And like, yeah, you kind of have to, it is an art that eventually you get good at knowing how much milk to use, what type of protein. I actually just bought PE Science. I always used Ghost for years. I think they were just out when Eve was doing the last order of the flavors we wanted. So we went for PE Science, Cake Pop, and is it chocolate peanut butter? And I had Cake Pop last night, and the creamy tasted very, very, I don't know if I'm just dieting and everything is nice, but very close to vanilla soft serve. Like, yeah, so definitely worth it. Vanilla soft serve, but 50 grams of protein and low calorie every night. Can't go wrong. So total macros for yesterday were 2,233 calories, 189 grams of protein, 249 grams of carbs, 44 grams of fat. So pretty much a perfect day of nutrition for me on this dieting phase. So it's the day after. I'm getting ready now for my last long run of this prep. We have 13 kilometers and then 7 or 8 days of rest until the half marathon. I was gonna keep going with the video and give you some tips on hunger and dieting and things like that, but I don't want to make it too long. We might do that in another video before the photo shoot, because I still have 4 weeks. But it's funny, I've definitely noticed over the last 2 days fatigue being high and my NEAT going down, so non-exercise activity thermogenesis. When it comes to dieting, there's kind of 2 things that will affect your progress. One is adherence, and adherence going down. 2 is your NEAT going down, which is the amount you move outside of exercise. A lot of people will think of this as steps, but it's actually way more than that. It's subconscious movement, fidgeting, sitting, everything. And you'll probably notice even Lane Norton did a video before where he could see in his old YouTubes when he was prepping for his bodybuilding show, he would blink slower. So your body basically does everything it can to just conserve energy. And for me, I'm super self-aware. I'll give you an example. Was it this morning or yesterday morning? My mind going to put on a pair of runners, my brain automatically chose the pair of runners that is easier to get into because it's trying to conserve energy. It knew the other one runner, and like, takes a bit of effort to get on. This one can slip in. I'll go for that. So you can imagine that's my brain's way of trying to conserve energy basically all day in anything you do. Even in this video, I'm probably slouched a bit more. I'm not as vocal, moving. I could probably be speaking a bit slower. So it's mad when you start to notice these things. This only really happens when you're like getting kind of super lean, that you kind of notice it. And also it's like very individual. Some people's NEAT when they diet goes way down. Other people, they don't. It doesn't really affect them. But definitely for me, I've noticed it over the last couple of days. But look, that's part of the process. It's actually quite interesting. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I think we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers now. So if you could be one of them, I would be super, super appreciative. And we will see you all in the next video.